Alright, in this part of the course, we're going to go over marketing with Instagram. So Instagram is a very powerful platform, especially if you know how to use it as an affiliate marketer. So I'll be showing you basically everything you need to succeed here. So of course, the first step is creating a totally brand new Instagram. So just go ahead and do that. Alright, now that you have your account, add your profile picture and your bio, you can just copy the ones you have on your Pinterest. So I finished up customizing the Instagram, I got the profile picture, and the cool thing with Instagram is you can add as many links in your bio as you want. So I added just my actual website and I called it resources, and then I also added the free money chat, which essentially is getting people to join our email list. So I said join the free money chat here, so hopefully you can get tons of people to join through here. Also, I had to actually customize it on my phone. For some reason, Instagram on like a desktop is just a lot harder to use, so I recommend going on your phone and changing up your bio, adding the links, just because it doesn't really work on desktop. All right, now we actually want to turn our account from a personal account to a creator account. So click up here, settings and privacy. All right, so scroll down here, click on account type and tools. It should let you switch to a professional account. So call yourself a creator. And next, as for the category, you can put anything. I'm going to say finance. All right, we're all ready. So our Instagram account is now a creator account. So let's go back. So a creator account is important. So you can basically see insights like how many views you got the last 30 days. Like you can check analytics and all that good stuff. All right, so on to the juicy part. Your goal is to grow your Instagram account, to grow and have a community and have people that love and interact with your content. And the easiest way to start this, honestly, is just looking at people in your niche. So I recommend following a bunch of people who are in your niche right now. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to search up finance, business, and see if I can find any accounts that post similar content to me and just follow them. So as you can see, there are a ton of accounts like this, like hundreds and thousands. As you can see, there's some that are faceless and some that do show their face. So honestly, I will say it is a personal preference regarding whether you want to show your face or not. All right, so I followed a few different content creators, and I usually like to look at their content to get some inspiration, because the best way to grow your Instagram account is by posting Instagram Reels. These are just short videos, so it's almost impossible to grow your Instagram account in any other way. So you really want to focus on creating these really good videos. All right, so I found this girl, has a ton of followers. Let's see what her content is about. So I'd say she has a decent amount of views, and what it looks like is her content is like trying to get people to like purchase a product she's selling, just because like I guess she sells some sort of course potentially. But yeah, like her content is, not bad, but she does show her face, so that might be an issue for some people who don't want to show their face. Also, there's another girl here. Her content seems a little bit more, I guess, basic. So she's saying things like, okay, here she made a post about just like generic stuff, like in 2023 Uber made 14 billion, Airbnb made 9 billion. So she's just like kind of trying to get your attention with her content, as you can see. All right, and now another generic video, society teaches you to look at money like this. And so yeah, I mean, her content's not bad, right? Like I can get some ideas from this and potentially recreate this. All right, so one thing I will say is, when you're first starting out, the best thing you can do literally is just to recreate content that has already gone viral once. Because if it's gone viral before, it's likely to go viral again. And you're probably wondering, how do I find viral content? Well, we're going to use TikTok to do that. So go on TikTok. All right, now on TikTok, just search up your niche. Like for me, that's finance. So let's just search that up. All right, and now it's going to show you the top videos in this category here. So as you can see, there's hundreds of videos, and every video has a certain topic. They're talking about something. So I always like to look at these videos and see if I could potentially remake them. But like, you don't have to copy them word for word, of course, but look at them and see if there's a way that you can format it maybe in a different way and recreate it yourself. Now, there's going to be some that people, show their face in, some that don't, but using this method, you have pretty much an unlimited amount of content ideas. Till this day, I still do this. Like if I need to come up with content, I'll just look at what other people are doing, kind of recreate it, make it my own. That's pretty much what everyone does. Like the only way to be successful on social media is just to pretty much look at other people in your niche and recreate what they're doing, try to follow their strategies and then get better. And also you can be creative and do your own thing and come up with your own ideas. But I think looking at others in your niche is how you do it. Even to this day, I'm a YouTuber, right? And as a YouTuber, the way I get content ideas is just looking at what's already out there, what people are creating content about, what people are talking about, and that's how I come up with my content ideas. So I'm gonna look through here and see if there's a video that I think I can just remake right now. All right, so here's a video, right? It's a very generic video here. It's just saying 3 financial tips to start in 2023. So she has some good advice here, and I could literally just pretty much like I don't have to be in the background or talking, right? If I want to, I could just show like some nice view or something, but have this text on a video. So I could just remake this literally right now if I wanted to. Now, as many of you know, I am promoting the Shopify affiliate link. So I'm going to search up Shopify and see if anything comes up. Now, one thing I also want to mention is your content is going to be very different compared to someone who shows their face. So if you want to be like a traditional content creator and show your face and really build a connection with your audience, you're actually essentially becoming an influencer. You're becoming pretty much like a brand owner in that niche. And so people are going to look at you as like an authority and look at you for advice and just follow you because you're you, they like your content. But if you're taking the approach of not showing your face at all, then your content can just be more, I guess, generic in some senses, right? So that's something to think about as well. Personally, for me, right, I would do a combination of showing my face, not showing my face, but I would prefer to show my face just because I want to build that connection with my audience. Yeah, there's just so much content, so I'm gonna just find something I want to recreate and then show you how I do it. So what I'm gonna do is find a piece of content that I like, recreate it, and show you how I do that. All right, so this video here went viral: how to start an online business in 24 hours. So I could remake something just like this, but instead of having these images, I rather actually name each product. Also, I want to mention you can definitely use ChatGPT to come up with content ideas. I said, give me some viral short form content ideas in the business niche, and it did. Give me a ton actually here, as you can see. So I could definitely look at these for inspiration as well. So as you can see, the amount of content ideas out there are limited, but I think the number one way you can do it, honestly, is looking at other people in your niche. Like if you follow a bunch of people on TikTok, you follow a bunch of people on Instagram that are in your niche, you're going to always be consuming their content, and then you're always going to have different ideas from that. So it's really just about being in the space long enough to identify what content is good, what content is not so good. Don't expect overnight you're going to become this like very successful person who knows how to create the best content. It's definitely a long-term game. It takes time. You are building a business here. But anyways, now I do want to show you how you can actually create the content using video. So what's pretty cool is you can actually use Canva to edit videos. It's really simple. So click create a design and search for TikTok video or Instagram reel, both the same. All right, so what's really cool here is you can search up anything. Let's say I just want like ocean background. If I just search up ocean, there's a bunch of templates here, but I don't really want a template. I want more of like a video. So I can click here on elements, then still search up ocean again. And then it should show you videos as well. So click on videos and there you go. You can also use like these random like stock videos. And with these stock videos, you can put any text you want on top. And I feel like a lot of content online nowadays is like this. They just use like random stock footage and they'll put whatever text they want over top. This is great, especially if you don't want to show your face online. I'm just going to search up beautiful background and see what comes up. All right, something like this is perfect. I could use this for my background if I wanted to. Let me show you how you can edit here. So you want this video to essentially be in the background, so you can click set as background. All right, and what's also cool is you can add other clips. So you can like shorten this clip however you want. You can add another one, so you can add videos, images. So this is like a great editing software as well. So it's really easy to use, but I'm just going to go ahead and delete these two, and I'm just going to add text now. So as I said before, I want to remake something like this. So how to create an online business in 24 hours. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly recreate that. So I'm adding the heading and then I'm just going to add the text now. So it's cool because you can just like shrink it, make it as large as you want. So I'm just going to make it like that. Put it up here, look back at what they've done and do the same thing. All right, so I added my text now to the video. Now, I will say this type of like content here is the easiest to create. Literally just picking a random stock background and then adding text, and the text can be anything you want, any tips you want, things that you believe people will look at and find value from. And a lot of the time people do create content like this. Like I see it 99% of the time, since it's a lot easier to make. Like you could probably make like 5-10 of these a day with like different tips and information you want to share. But anyways, I'm going to customize this and show you what I do to make it really look good. So for the text, you want to make sure the color stands out. So maybe like a white here would look a little better. And then I would click here on effects and I could potentially make it like this, and I could potentially outline it with like a black, just like this. So see how I did that. And then I can do the exact same thing with this text as well, just like that. Just anything you can do to make it, I guess, look pretty would be important. So I'm going to make it a little bolder. Black, that, okay, perfect. So here I have how to create an online business in 24 hours. And you definitely want to make this smaller, right? You want the heading to always be larger, and just like this, just like that in the center. And I'm going to put a money emoji here. All right, so here's the video. Looks good. I added my text, and let's just play it so you can see how it looks. All right, so I think it looks pretty good, and you can make it longer as well. it doesn't really matter too much. Like obviously you wouldn't want to make this like 30 seconds long. Like something short like this could be maybe like 7 seconds long. That should be fine. And the nice thing about creating this content is you can post it on all your social media platforms. So you can post it on Instagram, post it on TikTok, you can post it on YouTube, but we'll talk more about the other platforms later on. Now, one thing I did notice is the background here, it feels a little too plain, like nothing's happening. So I think I want to change it to something more like active, if that makes sense. So I searched a beautiful background. I'm looking through to see if I can find anything. There definitely is a lot. Also, one thing you can do is click up here and you can change it to vertical, so it'll actually give you the vertical videos. So yeah, that's a pretty cool feature as well. But I'm gonna look through these and see if I can maybe find something I like. All right, so I found this video. I like it because it's like actually moving, and I feel like that gets more engagement, especially when you just have random text on the screen. So I'm gonna change this to make it the background. So set as video background. Perfect. Now let's play it and see how it looks. See, I think that looks much better than it did before. And what's cool as well is you can like pretty much customize. If I want to like show different parts of the video, I can. So I can like shorten it from here or from the other side, really up to me. And if I wanted to as well, right? Like I didn't show you this with Canva, you can again add other videos. So I could add another video right here. Like I could add this video, make it the background, add maybe, let's just say this video for fun, make it the background. And then this text can also be transferred over to these ones as well. So I could copy them, right? All right, then just add it like that, add it like that. And then I could probably just shorten these a little bit. So I'm shortening these. All right, so then I could have like 3 videos basically in just the one video, if that makes sense. So let's take a look and see how it looks. So if you want to use like different backgrounds in just one video, you can. Like I have this, that one as well, that one. Like you could definitely do that. I'm just like showing you the different editing features here. Canva, in my opinion, is the easiest editing software to use. Like it's so easy to add clips, to cut clips. Like out of any editing software I've used, this is literally the simplest. But anyways, I'm gonna fix up my video again because I just only want one clip. So I'm gonna delete these 2 and then just make this again 7 seconds long. All right, if I'm happy with this video, I can just go ahead and download it here, download, and make sure it's HD. I mean, you could do 4K too if you want. Like there's no harm in that. I'm gonna do 4K and see what happens. All right, so I'm now on my Instagram and I'm gonna upload the video. It's a lot easier to upload anything on your phone, so that's how I recommend you do it. So go ahead and upload the video. All right, so here's the video. Looks good. Now, I think something that's very important is the music you add. So the music you add, you want to add stuff that's already like trending right now, what's viral, what other content creators are using. So to figure that out, you can obviously scroll on Reels and see what music people are using, but otherwise click on music. It might give you For You, and sometimes the For You audio is actually pretty good, but I'm going to click on Browse. And you know what, they have some good recommendations here, but I'm not really liking anything, so I'm going to click here and then just exit out for now. And I'm going to actually go scroll on Reels until I find something. So essentially, anytime you find an audio you like on Reels, what you can do is you can click the audio and then you can actually save it. See that little button up there? If you click that, you basically just save the audio. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go through a bunch of videos and save audios that I think are good and creators had some luck with. All right, so I saved some audios, so now I'm going to post the video. And then for controls, make sure that the actual audio on the video is at 0. Put it down to 0 just like that. I'm going to look at my saved music and see. Okay, so I did add this audio here, and what's cool with Instagram Reels is you can pretty much edit it however you want. Like it lets you adjust the audio here, which is pretty cool if you want to do that. What's also cool is on Instagram Reels, they pretty much have like an editing feature, right? Like you can edit your content here, as you can see. Like you can add text from Instagram Reels. You can add like stickers, voiceovers, right? So like you don't really have to use Canva if you don't want to. But yeah, like that's pretty cool. But the reason I recommend Canva is just so you can post this piece of content on all your platforms without having to actually edit it manually on everyone. So yeah. But yeah, if you're happy with the video, you have the audio, you're good, then click here next, add a caption. Okay, so I just said how to create an online business in 2024, business, Shopify, e-com. So those 3 hashtags are enough. I think for Instagram Reels, 3 hashtags is always enough. And when you're ready to share it, just go ahead and click share. All right, and there's the video. Looks good. And then you can just review it after. So this video definitely is a great start. All right, now I just want to go over the main goal with, creating content on Instagram. So going viral is important because that's going to help you get more followers, and you want to build an engaged following, like people who actually like your content, look at your stories. You want to also be like an expert in your niche. That's why it's a lot easier to pick a niche that you're kind of passionate about, because it'll be easier for you to like know information about it and like do research and stuff. And you always want to share valuable information with your audience so they stick around. And of course, you need to always be thinking about how you can promote your affiliate links to your audience and make it seem like, what you're promoting is extremely valuable. And last and most important thing is you want to get email subscribers. So offering those freebies is really going to help you get those email subscribers, because think about it, right? On Instagram, you don't really own the platform. Like, you can't really determine, or you can't really control, I guess, how many people interact with your content. But with your email list, you can build up your following or your subscriber base, and then eventually if you get to like 10,000 subscribers, those are 10,000 people that are engaged with your emails, and you can promote anything you want to them. So an email list is very important, and we'll go over different strategies you can, I guess, use to grow your email list easily on Instagram. But essentially, I think one thing we need to kind of make clear here is with Instagram now, you're almost becoming like a content creator, not an influencer, but a content creator, because in a sense, you are creating content, you are trying to build an audience, and you're trying to promote something to your audience. So this is where, Instagram and TikTok and YouTube come in, and they're a little bit different than Pinterest. Because with Pinterest, you don't really have to worry so much about building an audience. You just have to like post valuable stuff on Pinterest and then hope that someone's searching for what you're offering or is, interested in what you're offering, right? But yeah, with Instagram, I'd say it's a little bit more tricky than Pinterest, right? Because with Pinterest, it's just like straightforward. You post content, you can look at your competitors, see what they're doing. But with Instagram, you definitely have to be a little bit more creative. And I want to remind you, you are building an online brand. This is like a real business, right? It takes time to grow, takes time to be successful. You need to be in this for the long game. Like, I've been in business for 6 years now. My first year, honestly, wasn't really great. Like, I didn't really make any money, but I still loved what I was doing, and I knew that if I continued going with it, eventually I'd be successful. So that's the mindset you need to have. But anyways, I want to show you one of my favorite like content creators on Instagram. This content is what I would personally post, and I'm just showing it to you for an example. So let's just look at some videos here. Okay, so this video, he's a content creator, and here he just kind of has like B-roll footage, right? Like, he's showing his face, of course, but he's not really talking. And this type of content is actually pretty easy to make. You can edit this type of content using Canva. You can also just literally edit it on Instagram Reels, like the Instagram Reels feature. So this is pretty cool. Now, he also posts these images. Now, these images are great. They're great for engagement, and you can share pretty much any tip you want. So we'll talk about how you can do this as well, but I want to first talk about creating videos, then we'll move on to images. Here's another video he posted, right? Like, it's very simple, like just walking in the background, but he has like a very valuable message here. And let's see what else he's doing. Okay, 6 tools everyone on Twitter should use. So he's just sharing some tips here, right? And it's very simple. Like, this video could probably take him like 5 minutes to make, right? So something like this is awesome to make just because like it's easy, and yeah, I would create content just like this. I understand a lot of you might not want to show your face, so this may not be great for you, but if you think about it, right, you could create a video just like this. You don't have to be in the background. You're still sharing amazing tips here. But I guess some people like to show their face because they want to build that connection with their audience. But again, that is the difference between a personal brand and also like a online brand. Like, the personal brand is where you're showing your face, you're connecting with the audience, but an online brand is just pretty much a brand that has no face, it's just sharing tips. So you can pick which one is best for you. And you can also experiment, right? Like, you can show your face if you're comfortable. You don't have to show your face if you're not comfortable. But you can try both formats and see what works for you. But yeah, for Instagram Reels, honestly, I recommend, be creative, play around with different type of content, either show your face, don't show your face, but most importantly, look at people in your niche and see what they're posting, and definitely do something similar. That goes for all social media platforms, whether it's Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok. You always want to look at your competitors or people in your niche that are posting content and then see what's working for them, and then go ahead and just pretty much replicate it or remake something similar. So if I just search up travel here, right? I go and find a content creator, someone that posts about travel. For example, this girl here. Let's see what she's posting. So she's obviously showing her face, but she's like a travel content creator. And, if you were in the travel niche, you definitely want to look at people like this, right? Same goes if you're in the cooking niche or like the fitness niche. So always be on the lookout for people in your niche. All right, now I do want to show you how you can create images just like this and post them to your Instagram. Now, depending on the niche you're in, this will work or it won't work. Like, some niches, if you're in the cooking niche, this obviously is not something you're going to post. But if you're in like a niche where you're like educating people on something and other people in your niche follow this format, then you definitely can do this. So here's how I'd create that. So search this up, and then you should see this website come up here. So click on this first option like that. Okay, then go ahead and add your like name, your brand name. Personally, I don't like adding the username though, so I just removed it. And then just add anything here, just like Hey, add the profile picture that you use for all your socials. All right, so you should be good. Now click here on dark, but you can do the light one if you want. I just prefer the dark one. Now click preview image. Okay, looks like we do have to add the @ so let's just edit it and then just go ahead and add your @ there. And make sure this @ is the same as your Instagram, so mine's just gonna be a little different. Okay, perfect. When you're done, click preview image. Now zoom in as much as you can and then just go ahead and just screenshot this little area here where you have the profile picture and then Sarah Business and the username. So just go ahead and do that and try to screenshot this. All right, so I screenshot it, I'm gonna save it. Now come to Canva, create a design, search Instagram post. Okay, now go ahead and upload the image right here. Okay, perfect. Now, so you have like essentially like your, I guess, profile picture if you want to call it. Okay, so yeah, this is perfect. Now let's make the background black. All right, now put your text pretty much like try to fit it just like that underneath it. And if you probably want to do it like that, just see how that's formatted in the center. So I'm using his for comparison. I think I'm going to make mine actually even a little bigger, put it on 40. Okay, now you can create a message here, share whatever you want with your followers. So this could be about anything, right? Like tips, strategies. I'm going to show you something I would personally do. All right, so here's what I did. I just said 5 things I did that actually made me a millionaire, and I just shared here 5 tips or like 5 things I did. So that's pretty cool. And let's say you want to post multiple pages, you can literally just click duplicate page and just keep on using this exact template here. And sometimes you're probably gonna have to post multiple images, like you know how you can create like a slide. So you can always definitely do that. Like look at other people and what they're doing. For example, this guy has like 10 slides here, right? So if he's explaining something in detail like this, you know, he has to have multiple slides, but you can obviously just do one if you want. Now, the cool thing with these slides, right, is you could potentially mention something like, you know, link in bio to sign up or link in bio to get the free chat or whatever, right? So since I have like freebies, right, and I want to get people to, you know, essentially join my email list, so I could literally post this in my caption or like the description could say link in my bio to join the free money chat. Or if I was giving away something for free, like a free budgeting tool, I could say link in bio to get the free budgeting tool, right? So this is a way we can advertise, you know, the links in our bio, because of course, you know, the main goal here is to make money with affiliate marketing. If you're not actually consistently promoting your affiliate links, then no one's going to know about them and sign up to them. Even in this image here, right? Like I could always add something about start investing. Like I could say, let's say I put number 6 here. So for number 6, I just added use eToro to invest, link in bio. That's an easy way to like plug my affiliate link, because eToro is a platform you can use to start investing in the stock market. So that's a great way to plug as well something in my bio. So always try to think of ways that you can essentially plug your affiliate links, right? So yeah, I could post one of these, you know, a few times a week. My rule of thumb is usually try to post 1 Instagram reel every single day. And for images like this, you can maybe do 2 to 3 of these a week. That should be fine. But when you're first starting out and you have 0 followers, I don't recommend posting images like this at all. I think you should be posting just Instagram reels when you're first starting out, because Instagram reels will help you grow a following, but this will just help, you know, keep your following engaged. So I'd say once you hit at least like 3,000 followers, that's when I'd consider making this type of content. And you can just reuse this template over and over again, you know what I mean? Like you can click duplicate and change the text here, so it's pretty cool. All right, so now we've kind of talked about how you can post Instagram reels and just post photos, but the next important thing you want to post is Instagram stories. Instagram stories are a great way to build trust with your audience and also promote something to your audience on a daily basis. So you could be using Instagram stories to your advantage to always be promoting your affiliate links. So depending on whether you are more of like a personal brand, so showing your face, or just a content creator who really just wants to promote affiliate links, your stories might look different, because if you're like wanting to show your life, then you'd obviously be showing snippets of your day in your stories. But if the only thing you're doing is like sharing tips and different things like that, then your Instagram story is literally just going to be affiliate links majority of the time, or just tips. So here's an example of a story I posted on my personal Instagram account, which is Sarah Finance. So I said to people, you can try Shopify for $1 a month, because they had a deal at that time. So you can post stories like this. You can always add a link to your story, which is where you'd want to be linking your affiliate link. So whatever affiliate links you have, if they have some sort of offer, you can always share that with your audience. Or if you feel like what you're offering is going to help them in some kind of way, you can always just add it to your story. For example, you could be like, you know, let's say you're in the travel niche and, you know, there's this like deal going on with the flights that you're promoting. You could always say, hey, you can get 50% off using this link to book your flight. Just things like that all the time. Another thing you can do with your Instagram story is you can also always promote your newsletter. So if you want people to subscribe to your newsletter, you can literally just link your page, like your newsletter page where people can subscribe, and you'll get a lot of subscribers through there. One way I think you can kind of really convince people to subscribe is if you sent a newsletter last week. Maybe you can take a little screenshot of that newsletter, post it to your story, and then say, hey, if you want to get weekly tips from me, feel free to subscribe to my newsletter. But yeah, that's essentially it for Instagram. Really, Instagram is just about building a community and gaining a following in a certain niche and really just helping people, right? So as long as you post one Instagram reel per day, you're posting maybe 2 to 3 images a week, but not until you have at least like 3,000 followers. Images can come later. Instagram stories, I would say you could post Instagram stories every single day. Personally, I've seen most like content creators, they do post Instagram stories every day. But here's the thing, right? When it comes to promoting stuff on your Instagram story, if you're just only promoting 24/7 and never like sharing value, I feel like that can potentially get people annoyed. So I'd say for promoting on your story, try to keep it to like four stories a week where you're promoting something, whether that's like an affiliate link or your newsletter, but then the rest of the content you post in your story can just be like more valuable information, if that makes sense. And I think the most important thing with Instagram, to recap, is your competitors or just people in your niche. You're going to get all your ideas from those people. So I'm going to show you some people in my niche and let's see what they're doing. Okay, so let's look at this one right here. It's like a business page, right? And they post, I guess, images, but they also do post reels. But let's just see what's on their story. Okay, so I guess they're just reposting something like their reel. You can always do that too. You can always like add your reel to your story if people didn't see it. Now I'm going to look at some other creators as well. Okay, Dan Coe is a great creator, has an audience, I guess, in like the self-improvement niche. And his content's very unique, right? Like, as you can see. But I just want to see what he posts on his story. See, so he's like kind of posting value here, right? Like he's just sharing his insights and like life experience, and people love that. Like if you can share things that you are passionate about, like if you're in the travel niche, right? And you're like passionate about certain travel topics, like you can share that with the world. Or if you're in like the self-development niche and you want to share something with the world, you definitely can. And see, this is a great example of how he is promoting his newsletter. So he took a little snippet here of his newsletter, right? And then he's linking now the page where you can subscribe to his newsletter, which is pretty cool. So you could do this too. All right, here is another page that I followed, and essentially they're like a finance page. They teach people about like finance, investing, all that fun stuff. As you can see, their content is like, for example, this piece of content. It's like a very generic thing, but people like it. You spend your 20s and 30s working your ass off to become a millionaire by 40, and at 40 you wish you were in your 20s. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Just like a random quote, some inspiration, like it kind of resonates with their audience. So you always want to be creating content like that. And this content is not difficult to create at all. So essentially they're like building a community, and I think that's very important if you want to be successful on Instagram. I guess like platforms like Pinterest, community doesn't really matter on Pinterest, but with Instagram and TikTok, community definitely does matter. Obviously, the best way to learn is just to do. I can sit here and like keep talking, but at the end of the day, the way that you're going to learn is just by posting yourself. And with time, you'll see what content does well, what content doesn't. You'll see, with your competitors, what they're doing, and you'll kind of remake it and see if it works for you. So yeah, start posting on Instagram, try to build a community, grow your email list, promote your affiliate links, and hopefully, in the next few months, you can have a successful Instagram page that is making you an income. Now that is really all for Instagram. It's pretty simple, straightforward. Now we're going to move on to the next way you can market, which is TikTok. So I'll see you in the next part of the course.